There is a good question related to diversity visa lottery results and marriage. Are you allowed to get married after the diversity visa lottery results? You find out you have won the diversity visa. And you are in the relationship. Maybe you were just boyfriend and girlfriend, or you were engaged. Should you get married? That's question number one. And if you get married after the results, will the embassy still give you the visa? Question number two. Or should I not get married, process myself, get the visa, come to America, then go back to get married to your fiancé? What is the proper way? What is the good advice on that? So, here is the situation. There is no restriction. When are you planning to get married? If a person gets married after the DV lottery application, when the lottery application was in November, deadline, if you get married, remember on the application the person was not there as you are married. There is no difference than also getting married after the results. There is no problem. The only thing you need to do is to prove that you got married not as immigration fraud. That yes, you really got married. Prove that two things. Number one, you have to prove that this is the real marriage. Obviously, you show the marriage license or marriage certificate, whatever country you have, but they have to be a government documentation. And for people who are married after the results, I advise you also to go with the photos of the wedding or photos on the engagement and the wedding if you have. Because there is one person, they got married after it was in Tanzania. When they processed, everything was okay. So, but show us also some pictures apart from the certificate. So it's just to prove that that is bona fide marriage, some sort of that. So there is no problem with that, as long as you have the documentation to prove that you got married. That's number one. Is there any suspicious? Yes and no. But the biggest advantage is this way. If you get married before you submit the DSC-260 before the interview, like you process and you add your spouse, you will both get green card or green card visa. They'll give you the visa to come to America at the same time. And I advise you, if you really plan to get married to someone and you have won the diversity visa lottery, if you really love them, get married before you submit the DSC-260. Because that way you both come to America. There are some people do a mistake. So I fear maybe they will deny me the visa if I say I'm married. So let's not get married now, and then we'll get married later after arriving in America. The challenge is, if you get a green card first, come to America, and later go and get married, it will be a green card holder marrying another person. The process of a green card holder to sponsor and give a green card to another person will take at least minimum 3 years in most cases. It takes longer time. That way, you'll be here and you'll be supporting another family in your home country. That is the problem. And sometimes you might come here and decide to end your relationship because of the different time hours difference and difficulty, maybe long distance relationship. And you are already going to two different worlds. One is thinking this way, and now you are thinking other way, because in America maybe you'll be thinking about per hour, making money, blah, blah, blah. And the another over there, it will be another unnecessary problem. So in order to continue with your good relationship and build your family, I advise you get married and process and come all at once. Even if you have a difficult to get someone to host you, just come together, and the person will go back, whatever it is, but just come together. It will be a very helpful than you coming alone, and then later you sponsor a person. It is more expensive process, and also it is going to cost you either that relationship at all, because there are other complications in between. So my advice is that there is no problem if you get married, as long as you are not doing that one as a fraud. You are doing that in a genuine, you love the person you want to get married to. Just do that and come together in that particular way. And if you're getting married to a person who has a child, that child becomes your stepfather, your stepmother. That child is also included in the application. You will come together all at once. It is the best way to do all at once to come to the United States. So don't make a mistake of just chilling, waiting for something to happen in that particular way.